are joined by Wanda Massengale, Dana, and Noah.
Right.
And they are representing the Ozark Humane Societies.
Well, for once, I don't have much to say, so Noah gets to. But Gigi, the dog that we had on last time, the little puppy, was adopted almost immediately. And then Bobby, the kitten before that this year, has adopted.
Good deal.
So that's 100% right there. The adoption in January, 25 dogs, 9 cats, 34 total. In-house right now is 20 dogs, 8 cats, 28. That's like 100 less from last time. And I'm going to tell you about this one. Her name's Dana. She's 12 years old. And
she likes her.
And she's being scratched at the right spot. She has had a stroke, and she's been out there a long time. And Noah was afraid of her getting out of the van, and maybe because she's heavier and the van's a little higher.
Yeah.
And like I said, her adoption fee is $45, and Robin said that she needs canned dog food out there and collars for dogs.
Okay.
But Noah volunteers at the shelter for hours every day or almost every day. And even when he tells them he's leaving, they'll go out and he's still out there. Because he told me on the way here that they have little puppy eyes and he just can't leave them.
He's an animal lover.
He
for
definitely
sure.
is, and he's one of those heroes. And I've talked about him before being out there.
But Noah was out there when we picked up Dobby, and he was feeding him chicken.
Well, he goes to, he's a real good customer at Walmart on the rotisserie chicken because he goes and buys and gives them chickens. Even Garth in the office, that's Mr. Grumpy, not to Noah. But anyway, I'm going to let Noah have the rest of this so he can talk about Dana and the other pets and everything. And I really appreciate him, and this area should too, because he socializes them along with the workers. And
I would think the socialization is crucial.
Well, I think Dana does too. So.
Welcome, Dana.
Dana and Noah.
No, what?
And Noah.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Well, she's an old girl, but she's sweet and.
Well, when you said she had a stroke, I was thinking, oh, they're going to have to carry her in
Yeah,
here,
I'm
and
not
she's going to
seeing-
not be able to walk. But the only visible sign is her tongue hangs to one side, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem for a dog. Their tongue hangs on all dogs, so no big deal, right?
It hasn't slowed her down much for sure.
And he takes her walk on their walking trail out there too.
She
and
seems
so
pretty energetic.
So.
You say she's 11 years old?
12.
12 years old.
12.
Yeah. And what would she be an inside dog, an outside dog, or either or?
Probably both. She
Probably
loves
both,
being
yeah, okay.
outside, but
Okay.
I think she's used to being inside too.
How's she travel?
She did fine, and she's potty trained, I believe, too.
Okay. All right. Well,
We didn't mention, or maybe you did, what her adoption fee is.
$45.
$45. Okay.
Oh, that's.
But Noel was telling me about the other pets out there, and I mean, he knows all their names and their personalities, and like there's one that's come in that's doing heartworm treatment, and and like I said, when we do the ask for donations, some animals do come in where they have to have these things.
Yeah.
Right.
But you brought up a point the other day when you sent me a message about Dobby, about when he had his shots. So when a person adopts a cat, kitten, dog, puppy, whatever, they need to get a copy of that so they know when their shots are due.
Right.
What they
we
had.
We had to board Dobby for a couple of days, and they required some paperwork, and you really need to have that somewhere that you can get hold of. We had to track it down because Dobby's name wasn't Dobby.
It was Humphrey.
Humphrey or something, and so we had to go back to the original vet that did all the work, and then get that paperwork. So it's a good idea.
Did you have to get a Bordetella shot?
Yeah, Bordetella. We had to get a Bordetella
because that's
shot,
not what I do with Sugar Baby and Teddy Bear. I get the other shots, but I never get Bordetella because I don't board them. But yeah, I knew you did. Yeah. Another thing too, besides the shot records, a veterinarian has to do the rabies shot for dogs and cats, but not for horses and other animals. And I make sure that my patients, my horse, has her rabies shot and tetanus shot. Because, the other day I caught a bobcat out there. Well, you never know what a wild animal
I wish
might
you would
bring
have kept
in.
that bobcat.
You
Then You could have
do.
brought it on the show. We could have got it out of the cage and see what a bobcat
Well, it
does in
hissed at
captivity.
me, and I told it, I said, you don't know how lucky you are. I'm the one that caught you because it was relocated way
Wow.
off in the wilderness. Now,
Well, I've seen a bobcat in my area twice.
well,
And
I
I
didn't
tell
say
you-
which wilderness.
And I tell people, yeah, it was close to where your land is.
Yeah, I
and
know. Uh-huh.
What's amazing about it, you see it, but you don't believe it because you never see those
Right.
things that often.
Right. Well, Joshua said there's 2 or 3 on the land back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they go through there. They pass the.
Pass through.
Yeah.
And I've seen 2 different sizes of mountain lion, cougar, whatever you want to call it, out where I live. 2 different sizes,
Wow.
real close
Well,
together.
you're not in a wooded area either.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
out
right
in the
there
middle.
on paved road.
But
you know?
you've got chickens. That's why they're out
Oh
there.
yeah, I've got smorgasbord. You know?
Speaking of chickens, you like chicken?
She knows what chicken is.
But
Perked right up.
but now I tell you, for a 12-year-old dog, that one's got the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And she rode so well, and she's on a field trip. She loved the stairs outside.
Oh, okay.
She knows you've got food in your office too.
She's
She can
smart.
smell it, huh?
Well, I think she went traveling in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she's real strong on that leash too. I mean, she's
Okay,
got
yeah.
power. But
Well, she's available right
she
now.
is, and Noah was saying that a couple came up from Little Rock and stopped in wanting to adopt a cat, and they were short of cats. But that doesn't mean that people don't need to fix their dogs and
Right.
cats at the next spay neuter clinic in March or at the vet clinic, because the population we need to keep down.
Yeah.
If you will follow the Facebook page for Ozark Humane Society, they will show pictures of the animals that are available for
okay.
adoption,
They do.
and you can, get a first glance and then go ahead and
Yeah. What I recommend is going out, and you may become attached to one
Right.
just being around the dog. And Noah knows this firsthand because he's attached to all of them.
He
and
is.
they may get
yeah.
attached to you in that same.
Yeah, sure.
type.
Do you have pets at home?
3 of them.
3 dogs, 3 cats?
3
What-
dogs and 4 cats.
Oh, okay.
Two of the dogs came from the shelter.
Yeah. And do you feel like that there's animals that come through, and then all of a sudden there's one you go, oh, that one's going home with me.
I try to resist that.
Yeah, you try to resist that, but it's hard to, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And on the puppies, they were adopted out, but when they're so little, they can't get on the ground because of the parvo.
Right.
Right.
Right. So they have an area there that's concrete
Okay.
or wood that they stay on where they can still be outside, but they're not exposed to the parvo that stays in the ground for years and years. So whether you have a pet at home or whatever, the shots and the worming and everything is just as important every year.
Right.
They must be done.
Yeah, Dana's looking at herself on the monitor.
I
and
know,
isn't
She
she
said
cute?
she is one beautiful dog. I like her.
The spay and neuter clinic is coming up.
In March, so a person needs to start thinking about that. I'm not sure I have the date on this paper, but I know it's toward the end of March. A person can call Calls for Paws and get more details. Microchips are still being inserted down there. I know I brought the one in the needle
Right.
that time.
Okay. And that didn't hurt at all when you.
Put it in you.
Yep,
I
when you
gave you a
put it in me.
shot.
Yeah. Well, we want to tell people where you're located, so they can come
Rock
out and look.
Springs Road, and then Crandall for the Calls for Paws.
Okay.
And just because the numbers are down out there doesn't mean the workers aren't working hard. They're painting, they're redoing things, they're cleaning, deep cleaning. And with the weather next week, I think I saw 11. It was one
Yeah, it's
low.
supposed to get cold.
That water's going to freeze. They're going
Yeah.
to be working as hard as they can be to make sure those pets are warm and taken care of and everything. They're in and out, whether it's 100 degrees or 0. They're still doing their job. The shelter's closed on Wednesday and Sunday. And I arranged to go get a pet on the closed day, because you tape on Wednesday. But again, I want to say that we're doing 100% on the
Cool.
animals
That's what
adopted.
we'd like to hear.
That's
Oh, I
great.
know. Don't you know that little puppy I brought last time, Gigi, just is in hog heaven wherever she is now. But her siblings were adopted too,
That's good.
really fast.
Well, Noah, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you,
And
Noah.
thanks for bringing Dana.
Thanks for what you do.
And Wanda, we'll see you again on our next show. And if you're interested in Dana, she is available. She's 12 years old, but she has a lot of energy left, a lot of life in her, and she'll be a great companion for anyone that is attracted to her. Go out
Throw
and
out
see
that
her.
number real
Yeah.
quick too.
741-3050. But a person that adopts needs to ask also about how the animal is with another animal.
Okay.
All good. All
Because I'm
important
not
things
sure
to
she
know.
likes every animal.
Okay.
Okay.
But 12 years old, she can be picky.
Well, she's picky. Just find out about it. Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to today's show. That's it for us. That's all. And if you want to be a part of what we do here, you can schedule an appointment. You can schedule an interview session
ahead.
with us here.
Therapy session? Is that what you said?
It's therapy. This is my therapy hour.
Okay.
You can give us a call here at 870-741-4891 at 400 South Sycamore right here in Harrison, Arkansas. You can go to our Facebook page at Hometown Television or our website at hometowntv.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.